Hey y'all, hey. If you don't know who I am Mental Milan, and I help women tap into their feminine energy while also making boss moves because they think it's so masculine. But anyway, so I'm out on my walk for the day. I haven't had a Monday off in a long time, but even when I'm off, I'm still working. That just gives me downtime to prepare and set up marketing and things like that for other businesses that I'm trying to get off the ground, and businesses that I have established that I work in every day, just for the people who think that all I do is sit around and have men take care of me. That's not always the case. I mean, it's amazing when it happens, but yeah. So the point of this video, and it's a conversation that I just had with one of my friends. Sorry if I sound out of breath because I'm trying to get these steps in, y'all. So the point of this video is that we are going to touch bases on stop asking men or just anybody that you're dating, because this can go for women too. I personally, and I'm not going to tell you to stop doing it, baby, you can keep doing it if you want to, but I do not ask questions. I do not ask questions that I know that people are going to lie about or have a high probability to lie about. I just don't. The reason why I don't do that is because I just rather not. Like, that's not a thing. I'm not going to keep asking questions that you're never going to get the answer to. You're just not. So, Lord, sorry, I was distracted, guys. But yeah, so, and my friend, she just asked me, she said, well, I know that you're a girl that just doesn't like to ask a lot of questions. No, because actions and conversations, communication tell you everything. You do not need to ask questions or not use your God-given intuition to determine what's going on. Like, I am very busy myself, and the guy that I currently date understands that. It took him a lot of time and a long time to get me. And now that he has me, sometimes he doesn't necessarily make enough time that I would like. But I'm trying to just understand that we have different lifestyles. We're trying to combine them. But it's also giving me a feeling of like neglect because I'm working on my anxious attachment style. If y'all don't know what that means, then I can go into that a little bit. But an anxious attachment style is normally the person that is very anxious around miscommunication. Miscommunication meaning, say if you text somebody and they don't text back within whatever time frame you have given them, right? You don't know what that person is doing. You can give somebody 5 minutes or an hour to text you back, and once it goes over that time frame where you start like having anxiety from it, that's what it's like. That's like an anxious attachment style. I've been working on mine for probably about 3 years, so I am almost healed from it. But this relationship here has been the most triggering, right? So I don't see him enough for what I need. I am clingy. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I know what I am. I know who I am. I am a clingy girl. But my guy, and I can't really classify him as an avoidant because he deals head on with issues. He wants to know what the problem is, what we're gonna do to solve it. And I love that part about him, but it throws me off sometimes because I'm like, damn, like, but why don't you understand where I'm coming from then as far as needing more time with you? Like, I thought that money and all of those things were the big point for me, but they're actually not. I think my top priority is quality time and then physical touch. It's not necessarily gifting. And that's what I assumed initially. My initial 5 love languages, gifting was in the top of those. He has then since made me realize that that's not it. Gifting is not in the top 2 for me. I cannot speak for nobody else, but I thought about it so much, and I was like, you know what? Maybe the gifting can compensate for the missed time. And I still think about it from time to time. I kind of let him get away with stuff sometimes because I do prefer the gifts. I do. I love the gifts. I love the, it's monetary, but, and I know that he rather focus on his business and things like that. He doesn't have a lot of time for me, but I need more of your time. But yeah, so I don't think that that's a lot to ask for. But the reason why I say that I don't ask a lot of questions is because you know that people are going to lie, right? And why give them the opportunity to lie to you? And I'm not saying always jump to conclusion, but you do have to trust how you feel. If you feel that the person is doing something, if they have showed you this on more than one occasion, you go with your gut. Maybe you need to pull back rather than just cutting it off, because some people jump the gun and just end the relationship, cut it off, because then they get scared that they're going to get hurt. You probably shouldn't have entered the relationship if you weren't healed enough to let that guard down. I have literally let my guard down with this person. I knew him for probably about 5-6 years before we started dating in December. It is May now. And he definitely, like, me focusing on him more made me realize that this was, like, the relationship that we had prior to this, he was okay with that type of distance. So now that he's, like, my main focus, it's like sometimes that's what makes me think that he's kind of like an avoidant, because he likes a lot of time to himself. And I don't see where he would have time or energy to deal with anybody else. But who am I? I'm just a girl trying to navigate the dating life and, and handle my business. And I have other shit to focus on. I cannot sit around and worry about if this man is lying or not. And I'm not saying I don't care. Yes, I care. It was a girl, and I just did a reel about this the other day. I care if he's dealing with somebody else. I care if he is cheating. I care if he's entertaining somebody else. Yes, I do, because I care for him. Okay? That's not a thing. Like, that is my person. That is my guy. And I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have signed up for this if I wasn't going to let that guard down. But I have. And I'm just working on it. We're going to figure this thing out, or we're not. And I guess that's the part of it that I've also been working on, is like decentering men. Because like for a while, I was the girl that if my relationship wasn't going right, nothing else was going right. Like everything was falling apart. I feel like my attitude was a little snappy. I would kind of pull away from my friends. Now, I don't know if anybody can even tell like if things aren't going right or not with him. He's not the end all be all. He's not the center of my world. He's not my husband. He's my boyfriend. And as grown as we are, we're both over 40. He is my boyfriend. And yeah, he's mine, I'm his. That's the thing. And that's it. Like, there's nothing else to be said about it. I don't ask questions. Like, I ask questions that I feel like I directly need to know, like an answer to. Like, babe, are we going to the movies? Babe, are we still, eating out today? But like, if it was a question that, like, I felt like he would lie about, or I want you to say it. I want you to tell me what it is. And then I'll just hold you to that. But I'm not going to keep reiterating. I'm not going to keep asking. I'm not going to keep begging you for time or anything like that. And it's a lot of questions that women ask that they really, truly don't want the answer to. I know who he is as a person. That's why I got in a relationship with him. I know he had things that we both agreed that we would just not act on anymore. And like, 'cause he used to deal with other women and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, if you don't want me dealing with other men, then you have to cut the other women off too. That was a part of our agreement, and that's it, and that's all. We're not playing no games, like, babe. So if I feel like that's what he's doing, then that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be over. Sorry, somebody had pulled up. Like, people don't normally stop when I'm walking, but no, it's okay. I'm just like, I don't really know. I don't know what to do with that. But my friends get on me all the time. They like, Ebony, you don't ask enough questions. You don't ask enough questions. I just still can't put my finger on it. why. I don't. I just don't. I trust how I feel. I go based off how I feel. My body, my mind, my energy. I go based off of that, and that's it. I ain't got nothing else. And I hope that y'all can get to a point where you guys feel the same exact way, that you know that you're trusting your intuition more than anything else. Like, I'm going to do an intuition series again so we can start tapping back into that. And then I'll be back. But this is just a little daily vlog that I want to get back into. I used to do them every morning in the car, but now I have the kids with me in the morning, so I can't get like my time in. I'll probably start them again in the summer, so I can have my time in the car to just really go in with some adult talk, okay? But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.